Our childhood is defined by playful activities and games, how our parents raised us, childhood friends, the snacks that we eat, and of course, Disney movies. Whether you're into classics like Snow White taking a big bite out of the red apple, or witnessing our favorite Pooh Bear slurp down his favorite jar of honey, Disney movies have been passed down generation to generation like DNA. And even more so, they continue to adapt their messages, plots, and even their Disney food that makes them that much more lovable every day. Depends, of course, on who you ask. Over time, Disney has made their food to be as symbolic as the characters, carrying key messages for character development or simply how to represent their everyday life and emotions through the power of food. However, as we grow older, we realize that life is not like a Disney movie. There's not always a happy ending. And a perfect Prince Charming or princess doesn't really exist. Don't tell your significant partner that. Now, there are countless Disney foods out there, and we can only imagine if we're able to try them all. Well, not to worry, because in this video, we're going to talk about the 20 most iconic Disney movie foods. But not only that, we're going to take you to a Disney buffet and show you exactly what to eat to get the best Disney food experience possible. Now, if you find this video interesting, please go ahead and smash the like button and, more importantly, subscribe if you haven't done so already. There are some spoiler alerts for some of the Disney movies we cover, so just warning you. We don't have our own princess or Prince Charming, so might as well just eat our feelings out. Without further ado, let's get started. What do we all usually get first in buffets? When you're in a buffet, you can eat what you want, drink what you want, pour chocolate syrup on your steak. Pretty much there's no rules on what you can and can't eat. However, when it comes to eating the best Disney foods out there, you gotta have a game plan. Because you want to make sure you can try and take a bite out of everything. Good thing I've curated a list and game plan that would guide you on how to maximize your Disney buffet experience. Fun fact: all delicious meals are teased by a tasty appetizer. According to research, 75% of diners select the first food they see in buffets. What if the first thing you see are foods that are filling? This will take too much space in our tummies right away, right? Thus, we better start off with small snacks to stimulate our appetite. Here are the foods that we recommend you eat first at a Disney buffet. First is the ratatouille dish from the Disney film with the same name. We all know that this dish bears a significant meaning in the film. It turned out the stone-cold critic Anton Ego changed to a genuinely nice guy in the end after tasting the ratatouille dish served by Emile. Mr. Anton remembered just how good and memorable the dish was, because it reminded him of his own mother and how she used to make it for him. Ratatouille is a French traditional vegetable stew, made with the best summer vegetables, which are eggplant, bell peppers, zucchini, summer squash, onions, and tomatoes. It's colorful and healthy, thus it's the best to eat for starters. Now, before you call this dish boring, it's actually really good for your body. It's low in cholesterol and sodium and a very good source of dietary fiber, vitamin B6, folate, and potassium. Plus, filling up with vegetables first can help slow your carbohydrate digestion. After eating all those veggies, I think we all deserve tasty bread too. The next dish is the Empire Biscuits from Brave, which we all first saw when Marita's brothers, Harris, Hubert, and Hamish, feasted on them during their dinner time. If you didn't ever wonder what it tasted like, please check yourself. It's made from 2 shortbread cookies with jam in the center, topped with white icing and a glazed cherry. Literally the most luscious biscuit ever made. I would trade everything just to have a bite. With its visually appealing look, you might think that it's a little unhealthy, but did you know that biscuits are a good source of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and anti-inflammatory components? Imagine getting those nutrients in a delightful treat. I would hide under the table too to have them just like what Harris, Hubert, and Hamish did. What's an appetizer without bread? Sure, shrimp cocktails, cheese balls, and charcuterie boards will always remain crowd favorites. But there's always one food that dominates the appetizer category every time: bread. It sets the tone and flavor for the many more foods you're bound to try. It's one of the most versatile food items because you can even eat it without any spread and goes great with other types of food. This is why the baguette stolen by Aladdin made it onto our list. It has a hard and crisp crust on the outside but is soft and flaky on the inside. It's a bit high in carbohydrates, but it also has a good amount of protein and fiber. Fiber lowers our cholesterol levels, improves our heart health, and reduces risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and stroke. Good thing you don't need to steal and be chased by guards in the streets of Agrabah in a sing-along just to have this bread. We have another special type of bread, and it's Kronk spinach puffs. It is savory, buttery, with a cheesy spinach filling wrapped in a flaky puff pastry. In short, it's to die for. It's the perfect appetizer to pump up your taste buds. Plus, what's really amazing is that spinach is beneficial for our skin, hair, and bone health, as they provide protein, iron, vitamins, and minerals. Consuming spinach also improves blood glucose control in people with diabetes and lowers the risk of cancer. Basically, it helps in supporting our immune system, and it has vitamin E and magnesium. Just always make sure you keep an eye on them, so you don't have to scream, "My spinach puffs!" Mike took Celia May to Harryhausen's, a Japanese restaurant, to have sushi for her birthday dinner. And honestly, I'm greatly impressed with that move because I'm sure a lot would agree with me that sushi is one of the best foods ever. It's full of protein, vitamins, antioxidants, and omega-3 fatty acids, which makes it not only good for your taste buds, but for your health as well. With it being high in omega-3 fatty acids, eating sushi can reduce blood pressure levels, raise good HDL cholesterol, fight body inflammation, prevent artery plaque, and prevent harmful blood clots. Additionally, you don't have to be too conscious when eating it, as omega-3 can also help control metabolic syndrome, which is one of its symptoms central to obesity. This means we can enjoy sushi without getting too worried about our tummies getting bigger. I don't know about you guys, but this made me fall in love with sushi even more. We may not have someone like Mike who would tell us how pretty we look, but at least we could have sushi. Now that we got our taste buds hyped up, let's head on to the highlight of the buffet, the main course. This is the reason why we gotta be careful with eating appetizers, because the main course is absolutely filling, as it contains most of the recommended nutrients for a balanced meal. Let's start off with one of Tiana's most iconic dishes, gumbo. It's no secret that Tiana has been a gifted cook since she was a young kid, and the first dish she cooked was gumbo. It's also the first dish she taught Prince Naveen, which made it more remarkable. Gumbo is a popular stew in the state of Louisiana. It's made from combinations of seafood, meat, and vegetables that's served hot over cooked rice. The meats used are usually andouille, chicken, and ham, and is often thickened with okra or filet, dried and ground sassafras leaves. The blended aromas, meats, and vegetables are just so full of flavor. It surely is a filling dish, having all nutrients that your body needs, such as protein, iron, zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, potassium, dietary fiber, folate, vitamin A, and C. All these are vital in maintaining a healthy body and supporting your immune system. We all wish we'd also wake up with a bowl of happy porridge, like how Mushu woke up Milan for her first day of training to become a soldier. So let's get that next into our bellies. It is just a simple dish, a Chinese porridge, also known as congee, topped with 2 eggs and a strip of bacon with an attempt to make a smiley face. Its cute presentation makes us want to devour it too. Congee is a great comfort food, and has been considered a medicinal food in China since the Han Dynasty in 206 BCE. It's basically just rice cooked with extra stock for a long time, but it's nourishing as it specifically benefits the stomach and intestines. It can boost digestion, nourish the immune system, and even relieve inflammation. Eating it could help relax our stomach from eating all these foods. This is your sign that we could eat spaghetti and meatballs even though we don't have someone to share the noodles with. We may not be Lady and Tramp enjoying their pasta over an Italian candlelit dinner, but we could still enjoy it as much in this buffet. If their cute noodle kiss didn't surprise you, maybe this would. Spaghetti with meatballs are healthier than we think. With the iron and protein from the beef, lycopene from the tomato sauce, and energy-producing carbohydrates from the pasta, this dish is the best to eat if you want to eat a hearty and flavorful dish while getting most of the nutrients. Well, this might be the simplest dish on our list, and you might think it's the most boring one, but I gotta stop you, 'cause you're wrong. A simple fried egg never gets old. We'll always crave it. Both whites and yolk of an egg are a good source of protein, which is important for our body's continual growth and development. It's also rich in heart-healthy unsaturated fats and is a great source of vital nutrients like vitamin B6, B12, and vitamin D. It's crazy to think how we could get all these nutrients in a relatively small-sized egg. Although you have to make sure first if what you're eating is actually cooked from a real frying pan, not from Phil's head. Let's finish off our main course with a bang with this porridge from Beauty and the Beast. It looked so good, I just wanted to eat it straight from the bowl just like what Beast did. Porridge is just like the congee mushu made for Mulan, except porridge is made by boiling oatmeal or other grains in water or milk, while congee is typically paired with savory ingredients like spices, meat, and vegetables. Just like congee, porridge is very filling and brings several health benefits to our bodies. It benefits our overall health and provides energy to fuel our active lifestyle. It helps in managing cholesterol and blood sugar levels, provides protective antioxidants, and helps in weight management. We know it's too good, but still don't forget to eat using a spoon. Of course, an appetizing meal wouldn't be complete without a refresher. And would there be a better drink to quench our thirst than the martini from Enchanted? Well, I guess not. Throughout the movie, Queen Nerissa, the evil witch, keeps on attempting to kill Giselle but always ends up failing. She mainly tries poisoning as an execution method, and one of her attempts was to poison her with a red apple martini. I believe it looked too delicious not to try in real life. But don't worry, this one isn't poisonous. Plus, did you know that a martini is made with vermouth, which is anti-inflammatory, gives your body digestive aid, boosts your immune system, and reduces stress? Now let's head on to the most exciting part of every meal, desserts. Who doesn't love the presence of sweet treats after a filling meal? Having desserts after a meal makes us feel more satisfied and increases the production of our happy hormones. So what are we waiting for? Let's start digging into these confectionaries. Aside from her well-known gumbo dish, one of Tiana's prominent special dishes is beignets. With every dash of honey and sprinkle of powdered sugar, I fall in love with the dish even more. You gotta try this one, and I'm sure this will put a smile on your face. As big as the soldier's smile when he tasted Tiana's special beignets. It is a fried pastry covered in powdered sugar that is soft, pillowy, and light, truly melts in your mouth. If you love donuts but are also on a diet, you might want to consider beignets, as it's lower in fat and calories than a fried donut, hence why it's a healthier alternative. The Eat Me cookies that appeared near Alice in a Box by the doorknob are actually the magical ones that make anyone grow giant size. To recreate these in real life, a sugar cookie recipe is used. However, don't worry because eating these in real life would not make you enormous. While sugar cookies are sweet, some sugar cookies can be made with organic natural sugars, or even natural ingredients like honey, which are linked to be antidepressants and anti-anxiety. With truly magical powers like that, these cookies are a must-have in Alice in Wonderland and in our Disney buffet. Nope, this is not just one of Nick's cookies. We could definitely have it too. This giant cookie that's as big as a house from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is actually a giant oatmeal cookie. If I was there too, I'd surely take a bite, or probably finish it all. I wouldn't mind the calories because just like the other dishes here, it also benefits our body. Since oats are used to make oatmeal, it's a very good source of fiber and plant-based protein. Oats are high in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that provides multiple health benefits such as reduced LDL and total cholesterol levels, reduced blood sugar and insulin response, increased feeling of fullness, and increased growth of bacteria in the digestive tract. Of course, who wouldn't forget the scene where Rapunzel was singing "When Will My Life Begin?" while she does her chores to make it more lively and far from her boring life. One thing that caught my attention is the chocolate chip cookie she made. It looked like the perfect chocolate chip cookies that had a crisp edge and moist and fudge-like center. That's how we like our cookies, right? The best thing is that it's not only sweet and luscious, it's also a non-GMO food. Thus, we can avoid the development of diseases that are immune to antibiotics. One of the most iconic scenes in Beauty and the Beast is when Be Our Guest was sung to Belle while Lumiere shows her a cheese souffle ready for her to eat. Even though it's not prepared for us by a set of singing utensils and glassware, we can still enjoy the light and airy cheese souffle, especially because its main ingredient, cheese, is packed with health benefits too. Since cheese is made from milk, it also contains calcium, which we all know is best in developing stronger bones. It's also packed with high amounts of vitamins A and B12, along with zinc, phosphorus, and riboflavin. One of the foods Lumiere presented to Belle was the gray stuff. It's basically a whipped cookies and cream pudding on top of a cookie. Doesn't that make your taste buds excited? Just like what Lumiere said,
"Try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes."
Ever since Walt Disney World opened a Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant where they also serve the gray stuff, it became more popular to many tourists and Disney fans. I think this dish deserves all the hype as it's not only tasty, but good for our bodies too. One of the main ingredients used in making this dessert is a vanilla pudding, which is very high in calcium due to the milk used. Vitamins and minerals are also its essential components, such as vitamin D and magnesium that are terrific nutrients that our body needs. Twinkies are an American snack, known as the golden sponge cake with a creamy filling. In the movie, it's represented as the hideaway of Wally's pet cockroach during a dust storm. What a funny way to remember our favorite childhood snack. Reminiscing is not enough though, we have to stuff it in our mouths. Every Twinkie contains 20 milligrams of calcium each, which is not just good for the bones and teeth, but also plays a significant role in blood clotting, helps muscles to contract, and regulates normal heart rhythms and nerve functions. You should watch out though so that no cockroach would jump inside your Twinkie. It's time for something cold. Let's now have a taste of the yellow snow cones from Monsters, Inc. And no, Mike's not right. This isn't made from urine, but is actually lemon flavored according to the Yeti. Snow cones are an absolute favorite, and it's hard to say no to them. It's just a simple dessert, but the perfect balance between the flavor and cold ice is to die for. Plus, it's relatively low in calories, especially if juice is used instead of syrups. It also helps in energy release as it also contains vitamin D, A, and B. Lastly, probably one of the most interesting dishes made from the movie Snow White was the gooseberry pie. Gooseberry pie is a double crust pie that has a delightfully sweet, tangy, and fruity filling. Its main ingredients, gooseberries, are rich in antioxidants like phytonutrients and vitamins E and C. These nutrients help protect our brain and combat aging, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. The foods in Disney movies are truly as magical as the films itself. It does seem like every Disney film has an iconic dish that each one of us would love to try in real life. Perhaps this is why these films are famous, because their stellar storytelling and emotional resonance leave a great impact on us, to the point that even the smallest details like the food stays with us even after watching the films. I believe that as they make more films, the number of Disney foods we crave would definitely increase our palates. How about you? What's your most favorite on this list? Would you follow our game plan to maximize your Disney buffet experience? We'd love to know that in the comments below. Be sure to turn on all notifications by hitting that bell icon. This is Food Mystic, your #1 source of interesting food chronicles. Until next time.